mean, what a garish looking intake. This is when drinking and driving was not frowned upon. It was encouraged. You like that? I've heard a lot about you.
A pleasure to meet you, my friend.
You too.
Watch you all the time.
Hey, well, it looks like you've got a nice collection here. So, what was your first one? First question.
1953 Buick Skylark in 1995, the first collector car.
Okay, so why did you decide to start collecting cars? I mean, 95 is pretty late. You weren't a kid.
I was not. I was 40.
Okay, and that's when you started collecting cars.
I did, but however, I had a keen interest for the automobile since I was a very young lad.
So did you drive hot cars when you were young, or just work?
I could never afford it.
So obviously something changed.
Yes, it did.
So, I mean, what's your background? What did you do?
Well, I was into overhead power line construction. 38 years here in Newfoundland.
Well, I've seen a lot of big power lines on the island, so you had your fingers in the pie there.
I sure did.
So, is that when you retired? Was 1995, or
No,
is that
I
when
only
you started?
retired about 12 years ago.
Okay, so 2012. So, where did you get?
28 years. That's all collected,
Yeah.
which is not a long time.
No. Well, you seem to do quite well, though. So obviously, yeah. Okay, well
Let's go.
let's go. And like I said, this is pretty wild.
The first and last year for 1953 Oldsmobile Fiesta.
Yes, and that's a convertible too.
Yes. The majority of the cars are all convertibles here. There's only one car here that I broke the rule on, and I'm hoping there's forgiveness.
What was that?
When we get down, there's a 1970 Hemi Cuda there.
Oh, okay, you're forgiven. Yeah.
It's loaded to the hills. However, they did make 5 of those in the convertible.
I know, and they're worth about $3.5 million a piece, aren't they, or something?
In addition to the price of this one.
Yeah.
The difference in the price is about $3.5 to $4 million US dollars.
Really?
So that's the reason I had to go with the hard top.
Oh, yeah. Pleading poverty, is that what you're saying? Well, that's a beautiful. I mean, did you buy these all done, or did you
No,
actually?
had them totally restored.
So
This one was done in Colorado.
Oh, really?
Now we're old enough to remember when the dimmer switch was on the floor for the high and low beam.
Yeah, mine still has it.
Yes, but have you've been around a little bit. Have you ever seen the second button on the floor?
No.
Is that for the Wonder Bar radio?
No.
Oh.
Yes. The radio scanned to the nearest channel.
Okay, yeah. Because I never really got into the early '50s cars, right?
Right.
It just they were always
The reason I know that is my 64 Riviera has a Wonder Bar radio stock from the factory and has the second button on the floor.
Yeah, there you
go,
go.
There you
yeah.
go. See,
Because of the thousands of people that's been here, only 3 or 4 have ever
Really?
missed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I should know that because I've had a couple cars with it, but I mean, none of them worked, right? I don't know if you see my collection, but I can afford to leave them out in the field for 30 years before I build them.
You do well.
Well, it saves me building a structure.
Yes.
Oh, was this place here? Did you build this
I built
purpose?
this specifically for this, 24,000 square foot building.
Is that-
1957 Eldorado Bronze.
Is that stainless?
Stainless steel top.
See, I've never seen that.
Only
either.
4.
Oh, this is the one with the here, Cal.
Okay, what do we got?
This is when drinking and driving was not frowned upon. It was
Absolutely.
encouraged.
Sociably acceptable.
Shot glasses.
Ladies
Oh, this is
makeup.
the one with the pencil. I was
Oh,
reading
yeah.
on it. Okay,
Yes.
yes.
And the ladies' makeup kit down there. The ball of French perfume.
Oh.
Look. All color coordinated, boys. Look, lipstick. Look, see this lipstick holder, the coin holder, and the powder puff.
So where did you find this with all that stuff? I mean, somebody must have had it stored away for.
Yes, this
Decades.
is almost impossible to find.
Yeah.
And I got the complete set, even the pencil.
Well, that's what I was
Right.
reading. It said the pencil, the one with the pencil, was worth like $14,000 for that.
Including the bottle of French perfume, by the way, Lavin. And you're going to St. Pierre. Look, are you allergic?
No.
Look, they're 60 years old. Smell it.
Here, hold it.
Don't, oh God.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna.
Oh, jeez.
You don't have to even take it off. But
Oh, yeah.
My sense of. Oh,
Oh God, Jesus.
that's okay.
God, it smells good enough to drink. Glug, 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 glug. Probably about 80%.
He probably is.
That's probably worth more than most of my cars.
That's pretty expensive. Matter of fact, listen, I saw one on you talking about that the perfume. I saw one on eBay for sale the other day. Just that bottle fridge that you had in your hand.
Yeah,
They wanted $15,000 for it.
that's like 20 grand. Okay. That's
Carpet
it.
is Muton, pure lamb's wool.
Really? Back when cars were a statement,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like these,
Radio antenna recessed in the fender. And so far advanced that the rear door is even ajar. One going wrong.
there's a sensor like a lockout.
Yeah. Look how, see how heavy this door is. Pull it up.
Oh yeah. Oh,
3 hinges on it.
Jesus.
And how about heaters under the seat?
Back in the day, that's an all stainless.
All standing.
Oh, you hear that? You hear that?
That's a nice climb.
No.
That's
And it's a hard top, which is what I like. You put the windows down.
Yes, the pillar does.
Look at those Dagmars, eh, baby? It's got a set there.
And they're firm.
No sag on those puppies.
But those are original equipment.
Yeah, the original.
Original equipment.
New stock.
Yeah, new old stock.
Your chrome and bill must have been something phenomenal. Right?
Staggering.
Staggering. Like this thing here.
Of course, the 53 Buick Skylark.
Yeah.
I mean, a thin line between sport and luxury here.
Yes.
The chop windshield, the lowered line, the explosion.
Yeah, I mean, it's all you have, like, and the roof, like, is it power or is it not?
Oh yeah, it's power. And when you bought one of those cars at 53, you're important enough to have your name engraved in the steering wheel.
Really?
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Jesus.
Careful.
They didn't build them for big guys.
So if your Chevy breaks down, you know where to find one, right?
So this was Len
Len Emke,
Emke.
Columbus, Ohio.
So was that 103,000 on this one, or what do you? I mean, was it turned over, or is that 3,000?
3,800 miles since restored.
Okay, so you turn. So when you do them, like you turn them back.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, look at this. Eh? Look at the machine work.
Why not?
Is that got the Fireball 8 in it?
The 322 in the V8, and by the way, that's the first year for V8 for Buick.
Okay, gotcha.
Back in Chevy wasn't until 55.
Oh, but now Cadillac had it back in 1914.
Well, Ford had them back in 30
Oh, in the
and 31, right?
Yeah.
88. Wow, that's pretty wild. Like, how do you find the steering wheel 90 years old or 80 years old and not shape? Or is this an original one, or was
It
it
is an
restored?
original.
This thing obviously sat in the garage and was never exposed to the elements.
Didn't see a lot.
No, I didn't see it, like I said. So what do you think? I mean, people ask me what stuff's worth. I says right now with the market, it's worth whatever somebody's willing to pay.
And that's basically the bottom line.
That is the bottom line now. I mean,
Yeah.
like I'm lucky some of my stuff goes for way more than it's worth, but I don't know why. Fame factor. That's right. Yeah. Oh, look at
Now,
this.
what do you think of this? 1942, Chrysler Town and Country, called the Barrelback.
The Barrelback.
For obvious reasons.
Oh, okay. I haven't been to the bottom. Look at that. Oh, wood.
Endorsed mahogany and ash.
My brother's a wood guy, Kev.
Yeah, I
Feel
know.
that.
Remember when you wanted me to redo that wagon
Yeah,
without
yeah.
buying the parts because they were too expensive, and I said no?
Here,
This is why.
lay your hands upon the wood. It'll give you a woody.
And just look at the wood inside, up in the roof there.
Oh, nice ribs.
Nice ribs. Yeah.
Nice ribs.
That one had Dagmars. This one's got the ribs.
This one got nice ribs.
See that? Look, the solid wood.
Yeah.
And boys, look.
And the posts.
The 9 passenger here, boys. Look. I mean, this is amazing.
Okay,
Look,
so
all
you didn't
factory.
buy this one done like this,
I
or
did.
you? Oh, you did?
Oh my God, you never want to face
okay.
this.
No. Somebody spent
Yes.
hundreds
a
of
ton.
thousands.
A ton. And this is factory mechanism here. You want to come back?
Oh,
Here,
Okay. And if you don't want to use that in middle seat, okay,
folds down.
it folds down. And
Yeah.
not only that, the whole thing latch up there behind the rear and use the car as a limousine.
there you go. Or you can wrestle with the kids.
That is
Yeah.
just. I mean, how many of these are out there?
Approximately 16.
16.
But you know what? When we think about 1942, look, to start off, I mean, they had nothing to work with.
Warriors.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, and to start off, look with this compound hinges, and boys, to end up like this.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of those have you ever seen?
None. Which is,
And the picnic basket, complete, even salt and pepper shakers.
and that was factory.
Yes.
Look,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it came with the picnic basket.
Well, like the old
I mean,
Jag.
look at, I mean, even there, and it just all the details. You can't even take it all in. Like just the curves on these, even.
Yeah, and the wood.
And the slots.
Yeah.
I mean, God, I mean, to restore this thing in today's world, it'd be $500,000.
Yeah, easily.
Right.
Oh,
I
definitely.
mean, I'm just pulling a number out of my
Oh
butt,
no,
but-
you're about there.
Yeah. Right.
Sure.
Like, well, to find somebody who can actually do it.
That's another story.
Yeah.
Right? And again, look, all curves and look laminated and the finger joints.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, just, I mean, how many coats of varnish on these?
That's quite a few. This is 47.
So was this the last year for them?
50 was, but the last full year, full wood was about 48.
Yeah.
Okay? But look, again, look, features like this, boys, when you spring load it.
Oh,
You know, like your clothes wouldn't hook in.
the old deer stalker there.
Oh,
right?
yes, yes. And under the hood, the 324 straight 8 inline 8. You know,
The Spitfire.
incredibly quiet. Probably the quietest cars in the building.
Wow.
But features like the trip lights on the 29,
Do these?
as well as the 33. Look, whatever position
Yeah,
your
you can
steering wheel is in.
see how they're attached to the.
Oh, to the steering arm. That's like the
See?
Yeah.
Citroen, and then they
Yes,
outlawed it,
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Right.
The Hudsucker.
Hudson did it too. Or the
Yeah.
Tucker, rather.
The Tucker, sorry.
Yeah. No, right with Tucker, don't you? And you go, look at these. Hang on, I don't even want to touch anything.
That's okay. You're fine.
Look at this.
Yes.
Look at those.
There's the gal who comes in and polishes every morning at 7, Mike.
That's right. Gets all the fingerprints off them.
All the kids' gum.
Wow.
And the 33 Imperial, only 36 ever built.
Hey, my 32 Buick has these.
Yes.
I just bought a 5-window business coupe with the rumble seat. It's just a roach. It's almost just yard art, but I'd like to do something with that. Every time I go by, I open up all the louvers and I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow, look at the grill. I mean, the grill's worth more than most cars right now.
The shovel nose grill, they call it.
Yeah.
And the split windshield.
Yeah.
They all both open. And again,
And just the stainless, like sheer, there's no plastic on these.
Not
That's
at all.
the thing, it just makes you sad to read.
that'll work
Yeah.
for her. When was the last time you saw a 29 Willys?
I've never seen one. Like I said, I mean, out in BC, I mean, unless you go to a museum, nobody's driving these things around fully restored on the road. What's the point?
No. And there's only 11 of those known to exist.
Yeah,
So, and of course you got the plaid side configuration on the doors.
that was factory.
Oh yes.
I mean, I know JF now, he's building cars. All his interiors are plaid. It's like what was once old is now new
Yes,
again,
sir.
right? But,
Yes, sir. And this is the Roadster model
yeah,
with the rumble seat.
no windows.
No.
Yeah, yeah,
Just curtains.
just
And the
curtains.
passenger wasn't even important enough to get a windshield wiper.
No, well, that's like my brother. I just put the other one on so he didn't whine.
I didn't mind.
Original colors?
Yes.
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 Like, I mean,
Well, remember the color, Harper Green
oh, Harper.
and Hunter.
Yeah, yeah.
Harper and Hunter Green.
Yeah. Like, look, I mean, just the shape. I mean, everything was a piece of art.
And you know, I did some research when I saw this car first, because the first thing you think about is the Jeep, you know, during the
Yeah.
Willys.
Yeah.
And I personally didn't even know that Willys built a car.
No.
And did
Well,
did some research and discovered in 1914, Willys was next to Ford in international sales. Who in the heck would ever believe that today? You know, that's the thing.
things change really quickly
they
in the
ever?
automotive world. I mean,
Car nerds. Car nerds would know that.
Yeah,
nobody
car nerds,
nobody
yeah.
else would.
is that a real one?
No, that one.
I was gonna say tiger by the tail. Is that what you got?
Yeah, that's it, right?
There's the convertible
1956
Premier that you almost tried to sell me.
1956 Lincoln Premier.
Yeah.
Mike's got a hard time. Do you still have the Premier?
No,
That
no,
went
I
in the
sold it.
auction.
I actually had a 57 two-door hardtop.
Yes.
They were one of the coolest ones. And just bigger fin, but
Yes.
the ragtop's got to be pretty rare.
2,447 only.
Yeah.
And this one won
This
best
is like a salmon with what they call
Island Coral.
island coral. They actually made Mustangs this color in the 60s.
They did.
Did they not?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. And this is all, again, this is just the way it was.
Yes, sir.
So basically, you don't modify these cars, you just put them bone
pure
stock.
stock.
Yeah.
Like this car scored 400 points out of 400 at the Lincoln Nationals down in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Best in show.
Really?
Yeah.
400 out of 400, so
That's
they
not
couldn't
too
find
bad.
nothing wrong.
And that's unusual.
Yeah.
Usually they'll find something. Like, I'll refer to the Imperial here again. I showed it at the CCCA, the Classic Car Club America, in Florida, and they worked on a 100-point system.
Yeah.
How about 99.75? Give me a break.
Really?
A quarter.
They just,
Didn't want to give me 100 points.
have you ever gone to the, where did we go, where they do all the Pebble Beach?
Oh, yeah.
Outside of Toronto, what's it called?
Cobble Beach, near Owen Sound.
Okay,
A
well,
big event.
well,
I'm
yeah,
going
but
there
no,
in
but
September.
there was a show, that there was a car restoration place, and they'd won like half of in the last 20 years, they'd won, their cars had won half, and it's.
Not the guild guys.
RM, yeah.
Chatham.
Yeah, Chatham, we went through that, and.
Oh, incredible.
Did you see that wood one they were working on? The old wood car with one of, like, I mean, we couldn't even take pictures of it. They had it under a cover. It was just insane. Right?
I knew Rob from inception, from the day he started back in the 70s.
Because they actually gave my big block Chevelle an oil change this spring.
Did they?
Oh yeah, they
Yes,
pulled
sir.
us in because it was pretty wild having
Yeah.
the least valuable car up on their hoist. And,
So is this a Canadian model, the
The
Richelieu?
Monarch Richelieu, the
Oh,
Canadian
yeah,
version
no
of
doubt.
the St. Clair. Well, boy, have you
56.
ever heard telecars with automatic chassis lubrication system? Have you ever seen that, Mike? Can of grease, a vacuum. The lines go to the front end, and when it needs to be greased, a light will come on the dash.
and then you
Hit a button inside, grease it all up. When the can's empty, dispose and replace. At 56.
But how well did it work?
Good question.
Yeah, I know. I've
Yeah,
also
yes.
seen them like in the '60 Pontiacs and that with the air shocks and that.
Right.
How good they
Air ride suspension.
air ride suspension and the little compressor and all the
Oh,
lines.
it was a pain.
Yes.
Yes.
I actually had a '56 Merc Monterey, I think, or Merc something, but same car, but not quite this nice. It wasn't. I love convertibles.
Paddock dash, was almost unheard of back in the 50s, early 50s, right?
Well, I mean, a lot of cars they had Paddock dash, and then in California they had steel dash.
Yeah.
The sun on them, right?
57, Indy 500
On a
pace
base
car.
car.
And boys, look, I talk about peculiar items. See this device in the dash with the silver ring and like a dial?
Yeah, what was
It
that?
says A, B, C, D, E. It will probably take you a little while to guess. How about a 5-position electric memory seat in 57?
Really?
Five.
Oh,
I got a
okay.
new
So,
Lincoln only has 2.
yeah, so you could program. Yeah, like I mean, some of the new cars you hop in and you set it up. You
His
push
and hers.
and then at 5.
5. And I mean, look, a wow factor when you look at the engines. I mean, sadly today it's all plastic, but I mean,
Yeah.
hey, man.
Look at that air
Just look at the
cleaner.
limit statement. Look.
Oh, yeah.
The name of the car on the
Turnpike Cruiser.
Yes.
So what cubic inch displacement was that?
368.
368. And,
Now,
and what horsepower did it put on?
290.
Did this have the Turnpike speed control?
Yes, it did.
It did.
Yes,
Yes.
it did.
Okay.
Yes.
Which is what?
Well, that was early cruise. Like-
speed control.
Yeah. So like in my '62 Continental, it actually had it wasn't cruise control. It was actually talked about the Turnpike speed control unit. So and it was a mechanical dial. Yeah.
Oh, and you just just
Yeah.
like a tractor, basically. You turn it up.
Air
and-
conditioning. Then of course the 58 Ford retractable.
Dale Clark had one of these. Remember?
No,
Yeah.
You've seen those functions before.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, we did that '66 Lincoln convertible for the guy never again.
No.
When we watched the Jay Leno show and
Yes.
and ours torn apart, and then somebody said, "Watch this, Jay Leno." And Jay Leno's guys couldn't fix it. I said, we're over our heads and we actually talked to the guy that all he does is the Lincoln convertibles.
Oh, yeah, he's out of
spent
Florida.
6 months in Palm Springs and 6 months in Florida, and that's all he works on. So he's got all the parts cars stuck in a yard in Florida and all them. But 29 relays.
13 limit switches, 10 solenoids, 8 circuit breakers, and 604 feet of wire. What,
Yeah.
what a vicious nightmare.
And we heard that, I mean, they were telling us, we actually talked to some old guys, said, those things were breaking down within 6 months of being new, let alone 60 years later.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is that heater box fiberglass?
It is. And air conditioning.
Yeah.
Thunderbird Special Interceptor. Yeah, I mean, these weren't cars. Like I said, I call them automotive art, not cars, right? And the thing is, you can recognize everyone just by seeing it. Not like today, you gotta read the
a mile
label.
away.
Right?
Yes. Yes. And then, you know, the Buick Limited.
I was gonna say, that's gotta be a Buick with that much side chrome. Yeah, 58, 59?
58.
Yeah,
Yeah, when chrome was in unlimited proportion.
yes.
Right. There was a gentleman here a while back from Fort Mac, Alberta,
Yeah.
and the trunk was up on this particular car, and he said to his friend, he said, this is a $700 apartment in Fort Mac without a driveway.
Yeah. Original hubcaps, like where do you even find hubcaps that are in that shape?
Yeah.
The look.
Yes, they're hard. And look, the elegance of that interior, man, and the dash.
Yeah, I mean, you think back, you think it was a simpler time. It wasn't. These cars were way more complicated. I mean, except
Very.
for the electronics, but at least you can work on them.
Yes, you
The
could.
ones now you can't do nothing. It just drives me insane. That's
164 square box under the grill there. Look at this. 364 cubic inch.
was that the first year for the nail head?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because I know old hot runners like the way the valve covers are straight up and down. That's,
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Well, and so this is 1 year newer than the first
more new
one.
That's right, the 54. Complete different. I mean, the back end is literally sculptured.
Yeah.
I mean, it's phenomenal. Again, the 324 straight with the Mercury. Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, they could still build these cars, but they'd be 300,000,
That's the problem.
right? Yeah, and you couldn't mass produce them.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, just the chrome. I mean, I don't even think the EPA would let them make it with that much chrome. Just the environmental thing. Man, sweetheart.
Oh, yes, she ever. Oh, man. And I got elbows over on the other side. You see, I couldn't put two of them together.
No.
They deserve their own wall.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, look, here, look. Dean. Look, here she is with Dean. Look, Jimmy Dean. And
Yeah.
Elvis.
And Frank. No.
Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, Frank Sinatra as a kid.
No. Well, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's Bogey.
Oh, Humphrey. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay.
Bogey.
I was gonna-
Come
yeah.
on now.
Humphrey Bogart. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Casablanca.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then we got the 54 Eldorado Cadillac here.
Oh, there's they take off. That's where Chevy got their gas tank ID from.
Yes, sir, it was. It was.
Look at all these friggin' convertibles.
Now
You're a
now-
man after my own heart there.
Most of them are off of
Look at this chrome strip. What would that cost today?
Oh my gosh.
What would that chrome?
And boys, this is the 59 Eldorado. I mean, this was the epitome of success when it came to engineering and design.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
but boys, look,
everybody and their dog.
when you bought one of those in 1959,
You got a Remington.
you're important enough to get a Remington Razor, but not just a Razor. Look at the Cadillac insignia
Yeah, on
and the
the
crest
Razor.
on it. And that was $31.95 back then. I mean, today we're lucky to get a cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, a package of razors is $30.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, this thing is
But
wild.
I mean, this is it's known for the
Yeah, for the fin,
flamboyant
yeah,
chrome razor sharp fins that towered 42 inches above ground level.
I mean, look at the back of this bumper.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That piece of chrome is just mind blowing.
Yes. I mean, and in black, if there's any imperfections, you're going to see them.
Oh, I know. We haven't done a black car yet, but factory buckets.
Yes.
No
99 only ever built.
Like these look like my '68 Chevelle buckets almost. You know what I mean?
I do.
That's where
I do.
and they weren't even low backs. They were fairly high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 64 was I had silver.
Yep. I like the little touch there. So the tops always stay up on these, so they stay stretched out.
Yeah, unless I go to an event.
Yeah.
Right.
So you actually take I mean.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, 390 on it. This one is heading to Cobble Beach in Owen Sound, Ontario, now in
yeah.
a couple of weeks' time.
Oh, cool.
A very, very prestigious car show.
So you basically get an invite. You don't just
It's an
show up.
invite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And right on Georgian Bay. I mean, on the golf course there. Listen, I've been to Pebble. And no disrespect, but this is gaining significant momentum
Okay. Yep.
in Canada.
Well, people don't realize how many car freaks there are up there. I mean, we've seen some people's like just personal collection, not like this, where it's a museum, just you go in your guy's shop and there's $1 million worth of restored muscle cars and Superbirds and and it's just, there's a lot of car freaks up here.
There are.
And there's, especially northern Alberta, a lot of oil money and like the patch and people like their cars, man.
I mean, built-in headlight, or fog lights.
Yeah.
And look, 390 with 3 deuces under the hood. I mean, look at the size of the cruise control.
I mean,
that's
that
that air ride suspension.
suspension, yeah,
referred to.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay? I left it there. I didn't take it out of there,
Yeah.
but I don't have it.
Hooked up, yeah.
There you go. Is that the automatic high beam kickdown sensor
Yes.
on the?
Yes, yeah, on the dash, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
The electronic eye, they call it.
Yeah.
did it actually work that good? Is
Yeah,
it?
well,
Not as
one
good
works
as today, yeah, I know, it's not as good as today where
No.
where all the cars
It's only
have.
the last 10 years or so it's began.
These, Cook's Restoration,
Yep.
Gettysburg, Pennsylvania,
That's who restored the
2000.
car.
Do you mind if I ask what it took back then? I mean,
And
it'd be double
listen, this
now.
is one of the oldest. Listen, I've had this car since 2000.
Yeah,
I mean, look, it looks like it came out,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
what did it cost to restore this back? I mean, you know, I'm just
Oh.
wondering, back into, because now it'd be double.
150,000.
So now it'd be 300 or 400,000.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's just, everything's doubled since
Yeah,
2000.
and
at
everybody
least.
is looking for one of those now.
Yeah, well, no doubt.
And there's never more of them.
No, there's only less.
I got a gentleman down in South Carolina that calls me at least twice a week. And if I don't answer his call, he doesn't respect it. He doesn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
He's only 96.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I cut a deal with him and I'm afraid I lose. I mean, he's sharp as a bigot.
Yeah.
At 96, and he wants this car.
Really? Yeah, well, well, what's it worth in today's dollar? It's priceless if it's only one of them. How many of them are left?
Well, they built 1320 to start with.
Yeah.
96 with bucket seats, and then 46 fully optional. I mean, this is the cream of the crop.
And how many of them were black? I mean, it's like Dodge that
Yeah.
you start adding, and next thing you're down to one of 2 or one of 3
Exactly.
or one of 1.
Yes.
I mean, my 71 340 Super B with the air driver
Right.
painted bumpers is probably one of 1.
Yes.
Just because but I mean, something, and that's like a 71 Super B. It's not a 59 Cadillac Eldorado. That is a convertible.
Yeah. Yes.
Pretty.
Like I said, at 75 miles an hour, just get ready to put your cigar.
Oh, yeah. Alpha car?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I tried it.
Really? Is he not in the salt chuck?
No, not a chance.
Okay, I was just saying, yeah, not in the salt chuck. But it is a convertible.
Look here.
Ford.
The sign says.
428, 31, 4-speed, XR7, one of 1. Yeah. And where did you get this one out of?
Came out of Michigan.
Really, I'm surprised it wasn't bought.
Yes. And you rarely see the Cougars today.
Yep.
You know,
I know. I mean, basically, it's almost a Mustang. It's like
Oh,
on
yes.
the wheelbase. You'd think they'd be worth more, but
And
they
a
aren't.
far better ride
Yes.
than a Mustang.
Yep.
But the Sheltys, they're the epitome today. Everybody
GT500
wants-
KR.
Both of them, and both of them signed.
No, yeah,
The glove box door signed by Farrell, and signed by on this one.
I remember watching that Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah,
I mean,
incredible.
years.
Yes.
Blew me when he got out of the ride.
Yeah.
Yes, like that.
And I mean, look, when's the last time you saw a 69 GT500 Shelby with factory air? And a 68 with factory
Factory
air?
air.
And convertible and 4-speed. You know,
Super.
Acapulco blue,
Yeah.
original tires on this thing.
Really? So obviously, one of Ford's executives got this one. Or what?
Oh, yeah, it was-
It's got original tires in it.
Look, every part genuine Ford.
So what's the mileage on this one?
17,000.
7, yep. Yeah. Like you said, everyone has a story.
They do.
I mean, I just coined a new phrase for the cars, metallic memory magnets.
Yeah, that's a good
Right?
one.
Because, the memories stick to the car and they never leave. You just keep adding more and more memories to it. And
So very true.
it is. It's just kind of weird. There's not many things that do that with cars, seem to.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just they seem that the memory stick and people never forget.
Right.
Right? Whether it's the first making over the first grove under the bag or whatever. You know
Always
what I
remember
mean.
that.
Yeah, well, it's just the memories never leave. This one's
And boys, look, a 70 Twister Special. When was the last time you saw one of those?
never even heard of a Twister Special.
And you know what? Even Mustang aficionados have never heard of it.
So what was the Twister Special?
Well, okay, as we can appreciate, Kansas City is the capital of the world for the Twister, the tornadoes,
yeah.
right?
So
And
this was
is where-
sold in.
It was built in Kansas City, and that's where the name came from. They built a total of 96, all grabber orange.
Yep.
However, out of the 96, 24 only had the 428 and the 4-speed.
So you like changing gears too? Like
I mean, even
cars, yes.
you know, even with the hood down, you know, that doesn't look too shabby.
No, no.
I mean, it looks like it's doing 100 miles an hour.
Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. So when did you buy this one at Barrett?
About three years. Yeah.
And what did that go for?
I got a deal.
Nobody wanted it?
I don't think that was the case.
No?
But it's 2 1/4. It's pretty good.
Yeah, our
Very
code,
cheap.
yeah. 10 highly modified in option, 5 convertibles and 5 fastback for American Raceways Inc. For Air Force, but we pre-sold 100 to the Kansas City District Sales Tax. Yeah, it's cool. You got the whole story.
Yeah. About the 428 4-speeds,
Yeah.
24.
Yep. Our code is one of the 4-speed manual chain values. Total photo document 2014 by RJ in Minnesota. Accolades MCA Concourse Gold Trailer Award. Pony Express Show 2014 number Jetters Choice and Best Ford Awards and Street Stock Gold and Platinum Awards. 24 Muscle and Corridor Nationals. The Muscle Car Review magazine cover from the Mile High collection. That was somebody in Denver then had
Yeah.
it.
Denver.
You know the sad thing about these cars? I see their day coming to an end with the boomers.
You're absolutely right.
Right?
Well, we're gone. What about us?
I mean, well, kids can't afford them.
No.
Right? I mean, they're going to
They
be...
can't afford a house to have a garage to put one in.
Right? That's...
Exactly.
Like, it just makes me sad. I mean, the thing is, I I know the muscle cars, we grew up with them.
Yes, sir.
That's why they're having the most value now. But remember 20 years ago, it was the 30s and 40s and 20s stuff was worth the money because the guys that grew up with them were our age.
Absolutely.
But every generation, now you see the Trans Ams and the 80 Camaros coming up because...
Then it's going to be the Toyota, the Celicas and stuff.
No, I don't think so. I mean, but...
65 GTO, boys.
389 tri-power.
Yes. Enforcement. 7,100 miles on it.
7,100 miles.
And 31 options.
So where do you... obviously you must be doing lots of hunting and pecking before you go and buy one, right?
I do.
Well, once you're known, the car clubs like this,
They come.
It's not who you blow in the industry, it's who you know.
Exactly.
That's right, and once you're known as a collector, well, people... these cars probably find
with
you
means.
now.
They do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I don't look for them anymore. There's...
Air conditioning.
Yeah, and a 4-speed, of course. Look at that. So, who owned this car that it sat in somebody's garage for 50 years?
One owner had it for 45.
Okay, see, good guess. 45 years. That freaks me out, pre-66.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Freaks me out. You got 400 horse and a 4-gear and a posi and one brake line.
Yes, sir. Not a lot.
So, there's not too much spirited driving done with this, no.
That's right.
Yeah, but you can gear down. With the 4-speed, you can gear down.
I know, but still, when you slam on the brakes and nothing happens, you're kind of, yes.
You don't have a lot of time to play then.
No. 70, it's just wild.
Look at the interior of that, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, it's just, yeah. Not too many muscle cars came with power windows.
Not at all.
No, it's just, actually, the other parts car I used for that 64 Chevelle Rag was a power window car.
Was it really?
And a factory gauge package, which I'd never seen.
No, me either.
No, right? It had, there was still the cluster looked the same, but instead of idiot lights, there's gauges, so. But yeah, this is beautiful. 7,100, you said?
Miles.
10,000 kilometers.
Yes.
In 60 years, 59 years.
Yes. Even the door age guards. How often do you see that?
Yeah. Was that a factory pinstripe?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Unreal.
Yeah.
So, was a guy like a GM, like executive that owned this, or what?
Well, yes. Yes, it was.
No, see, I'm just saying, right? These
absolutely
are the kind of cars that they didn't get sold to the public. They ordered them and then they just stuck it away, right? Passed it down to their kid, and finally somebody had enough money to buy it.
Yes. That's right.
Beautiful.
The hearse wheels, too.
I see you do not discriminate. You like them all. I like that.
Listen,
Yeah.
no respect for persons.
No. I know. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's my problem too. I like them all. Oh, there's a special feel in a W40 or
W30.
W30. Oh, so there's the 350, not the 400. Not that.
Oh,
The W. Oh
on,
no,
Mike.
I am old
455.
W30. Okay, 450. But there was the other. What was the other one that with the 350? They made a special air grabber Olds with a 350 motor, not the
Yes.
not the 455,
Right.
not the W30, W20. I know there's another option, but there's a guy out by my place that has 6 of these. Okay, yeah,
W30. Look,
Yeah,
the first option on the build sheet, $321 on a $5,000 car.
so the inner fenders are red.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's just have a look. Okay, I mean,
Let's have a look.
okay,
Now,
see?
what's your head?
Yeah.
I'm sure there was some select word said on this
Yes.
by mechanics
Oh,
back in the
yes.
day.
But you know, the funny thing is, I mean, because it's a W30, it's worth so much more. It only added 5 horsepower.
I know.
Like it actually didn't, right?
It's a 4-speed.
Yeah, and it added 5 horsepower, but it was like, just because it is a W30 air duction car, it's so much worth more, but it didn't actually do that much, except, well, it is pretty cool having the red in front.
And very hard to find.
Oh, I'm sure,
I
yes.
didn't have to. Fortunately, they were there. But
Are
you get
they
the
steel or
replacements, but-
plastic?
No, they're plastic.
Ah, so nobody repops them.
No.
Why would you? I
And to
mean,
find them with the
them.
protrusions on them, you know. I mean, this is this car scored 998 points out of 1,000 down in New York at the Old Nationals.
They just wouldn't give you that. Well, I mean, they otherwise would you? Oh, were those the original?
Oh yes, that's the day. It was 3rd to the 20th, 1970.
70, yep. And it's a 4-speed car as well?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're down to 12 of those known to exist with the original drivetrain.
12.
Yeah. They only built 96.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty low.
70.
It's
70% have been crushed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of them were smacked too.
Yeah.
Oh, they sure
Well,
were. Torque.
whether on purpose or by accident.
There we
Yeah.
go, 1970 SS.
Now listen, this guy's been almost sell their soul for this. 3,671 miles on this car.
And you got another GM executive had it.
The tires are original. Okay.
So it's never seen sun then. This thing sat in the garage its whole life.
The exhaust system are original. Can you imagine? And look, if you're to look at the mufflers, it's hard to comprehend. Still has the GM part number stamped in each muffler, clear as crystal.
Yeah.
And the last 3 digits on one muffler is 319 and the other is 320. Now, what are your chances?
Well, it was.
Rolled off the line together.
Sequential.
Yeah, rolled off the line
Ordered
together.
without a radio, by the way.
Is it disc brakes?
And the cowl
It's gotta
induction?
be, yes, gotta be front disc. That was an option too, but, I mean, GM never made them all disc until 73, did they?
Right.
Yep,
Look at the overspray on the hoses. That's the way it rolled off the line.
yep. So where did you find this one?
Florida. 999 points out of 1,000.
So, I mean, what do you think it's worth? 500,000, 600,000 at least?
I'm certain. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yep.
US money.
Oh, well, it's not a 4-speed. I mean, what are you?
But beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, no
And look,
doubt,
column
yeah.
shifter.
Yeah, that's
How
what I
rare
was
is
just
that?
looking at. Split bench column shift.
Right.
Yep. And that's a Marina Blue, is it? Or
Fathom blue.
Fathom Blue, yep. See, we actually, I mean, I'm sure you don't watch our YouTube, but we started,
I do.
okay, well, we started working on a 70 Chevelle convertible. And we ran all of the numbers because the guy said, Mike has been parked here. We couldn't get paperwork, so we went and we ran all the numbers.
Yes.
So we started restoring it. It was a small block car. I ran the numbers through GM, but they only brought 350 70 Chevelle convertibles into Canada.
Okay.
Because they didn't make them here.
Okay.
So then so I ordered all the quarter panels, the upholstery, and a big block we were going to put in because it came with a cowl. It wasn't factory, it came with a cowl hood and a 12 bolt.
Yeah.
And then ICBC went to register and said, that car was stolen 25 years ago.
No.
So they came and impounded it.
Wow.
Next thing they didn't even phone me. Next thing you know, there's a cop knocking on my door with a tow truck. He got this car. So then it sat, we had it all stripped down and sat out in a snowbank for 3 months. And then they put it back up for bid.
Wow.
So I don't know how it works here when the insurance company puts stuff up for bid, but you only get one bid. And you don't, it's not like a blind auction where you throw in a price. So
Yeah.
I bought the car for $7,000, then I paid 14 to get it.
Yeah.
But still, it's going to look just like this, but I'll be putting a 5-speed.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, 70s, the creme de la creme of Chevelles.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure you saw that Jack Reacher show and Tom Cruise. Oh yeah, well,
yeah.
that's why I said I want a 70 Chevelle.
Yes. That's the highest.
Duntov, for people that don't know, Duntov was the guy that designed the Vet, and then he was behind Chevy's high performance program.
Absolutely.
Zora Duntov.
Zora Duntov.
Yeah, yeah.
And by the way, they work on a 4,510 point system. Can you imagine?
That's a lot of points.
4,510. So where
Yes.
did this one score?
How about 4,417? And some of the points lost was because the paint was too shiny, the leather was too tight. But, you know, no real meaningful
No.
deduction.
They just, well, they're judges. They have to justify their existence, right?
Yeah,
They got to find, well, here we go. Now you're speaking my language.
Remember earlier I told you about the one that I broke the rule on?
Yeah. She's a hard top.
Yeah, I had that.
But she's a real Hemi. Is that J code?
Oh, yeah. 426, 4-speed, overhead console.
2-tag,
Yes.
R code in 70.
And look, you probably know the significance of the painted screw and the unpainted. Have you heard about that?
No.
Well, this car went down. A good judge, by the way, will pick this up. The car went down to assembly line. I mean, like I said, it has so many options. It got 2 tags.
Yep.
So when it went down to the paint booth, the tags were put in with the one single screw. Okay, and the other 2 went in after the paint.
Okay, so
Okay. Yeah. And it's a pistol grip 4-speed too, with leather interior.
this is the lemon twist. Was
Yes,
it the
it is
lemon
lemon
twist?
twist.
Yep.
That's the
Yeah,
rim,
they got the
the
back.
rim blowhorn.
Did you ever take it out and lay some rubber with this thing? Or? No, I'm just joking.
Listen, that's the hard part about restoring to this level. Isn't it?
Yeah, well, you can't do anything.
You can't
with
afford to blow that engine.
No.
So what do you drive, if you don't mind me asking?
A Lincoln Aviator.
Nice. And what do you drive on a Sunday when you want a little rumble?
I come down here
And
pick out
pick something.
whatever, almost
Yeah.
like eeny meeny.
Yeah, nice.
Every car functions.
Daytona.
The Daytona, that's the beast.
Another one you broke the rule. It's an automatic.
It's again
2 in a row. 2 Mopars.
How do beggars be cheap? Be choosers. They only built 70 in a Hemi.
Yeah.
23 of them was 4-speed.
Yeah.
Did you see the results on Saturday night of what the 4-speed did?
No, what did it do?
Gosh, at Monterey, 2 years ago, I saw it sell for 1.3 million US, and
Yeah.
everybody thought that was a record breaker.
Yep.
The same car sold Saturday night in Monterey for 3.3.
So somebody just made a couple million in 2
couple of
years.
million, 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's off
Yeah.
the charts.
Yeah, but I mean that's a problem with those auctions. You get guys with way too much money sitting there, and
Yeah.
who's got the biggest
Yeah,
checkbook, right?
and that's the reason I rarely buy at auctions.
Yeah, because it's just
Yeah.
it's okay if no one
Mentality.
wants them, but
Yeah.
if you get 2 guys kiss and match, who knows where it's going to end, right?
When the camera gets on them, look out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
this thing, original color.
Oh yeah, and the original engine transmission rear end. I mean, there's only 12 of those left.
Pardon my hair. So okay, in '69 the Hemi was J, then in '70 it was R. Okay,
It was.
It's really hard to memorize all of the
Of course
engine
it
codes. But yeah, but
But you notice the sun visor signed by Bo Duke.
oh, really? Well, you didn't get Daisy to sign it?
She wasn't there, man.
Barbara Bach.
Oh,
Was it Barbara
forgot
Bach?
about Bo,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that's right. You know what these are? These are for the wheels at 200 miles an hour on Talladega going around the track. The
got it right.
wheels came up so high they had to cut these out.
Yep,
The ones they sold on the street, I don't think they did it, but the race cars,
they did.
yeah.
Yeah, and cooling off, and they were also
Yep.
used for cooling off the brakes.
Orange on black.
But as we talked about initially,
Yeah.
you couldn't give those away back in 1969.
Well, the thing is, and then they banned them, and I think they won 12 of the first 13 races or something, and
Yeah.
next year they said, nope, you guys can't. And that's when Richard Petty
Oh, yes, he did.
went to Ford or something for a year,
Yes,
didn't
he
he? And then they brought him back
Yes,
after.
sir.
You ever heard of a guy named Paul Rossi?
Yes.
We met him at Mopar's on the Strip
Did you?
this spring. I gave the guy a ride in my Chevelle, just so I could blackmail him after. Famous Mopar drag racer shows up at anyway.
Yes, sir.
That's a stunner. So how long have you owned that one?
I'll go 10 years. Yeah.
So in that time it's gone up 10 times in value.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yes, yes, it has.
So 10 years ago, 100 and something thousand.
Well, a little more than that.
Yeah, but still.
Threes.
Yeah, yeah, still.
Yes.
I'm not super, like you said, numbers match.
Oh, yeah. Everything here.
Right? Plain Jane, right?
Oh, the
dog dish
hubcaps.
hubcaps.
You got it, man.
Wild.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, in these things, they just hacked them together, right? It was,
Yeah.
it was not, they weren't known for fit and finish.
Not at all.
I mean, the door gaps, I mean, I know some of them you can stick your thumb underneath the doors.
That's right.
Right, and that's the way they came, but I said they were sitting on parking lots 3 years later, you couldn't give them away.
No,
Right? Some of them, they actually took the wing off to sell them.
they did.
Right?
Yeah, but today everybody wants them.
Yeah. Well, you can buy a repop wing. I was thinking of putting one. I saw, like, I've got 570 Super Bs. I'm thinking I should just put a wing on one just because I can.
Right.
Right? Just, but anyway. That's why you can't buy those fenders.
Very true.
You can't buy those fenders. I've been over $5,000 for a set of fenders.
Really?
Well, if you want to do a super bird, you need a 70 Road Runner or a satellite.
Yes.
You need 70 cornet fenders, and they don't make them. So if you ever run across any 4-doors, let me know.
Yeah, I will. Of course, the first year for the T-Bird, 55.
We actually just did one with my brother has my dad's 393
Oh my gosh. Yes, sir.
This is a factory color?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
16,000. Automatic, this one.
Yes.
That's pretty rare as opposed to this. Most of them were 3-speed, weren't they?
It does have a removable top. Goldenrod yellow.
Golden. Amazing the color. I mean, and it looks brand new color, right? I mean, it doesn't even look old.
Oh yeah.
Almost 70 years
Under the hood
old.
is very, that's exactly.
Right in the middle.
292.
Put your head on my shoulders, don't you say a word. Driving across town in my Thunderbird. Yeah, beautiful cars. I mean, just to find the factory valve covers in the exhaust. So this is another low mileage one.
Yeah. And how about born without a heater?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, where's all the Kev? Why didn't you notice that?
That it's not there? I
Yes.
did notice that.
Heater delete.
Absolutely.
So it was sold down south. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it wasn't sold in Canada. This
No,
one.
no, gosh.
Yeah,
No,
this-
you want 2 heaters.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into some serious hardware again.
This is 57, this one? Yep. Which
Supercharged. When was the last time we looked under the hood and facing you with the fan belt and the power steering with the Ford Fomico part number written on it?
Never seen, I never knew that they made a supercharged one.
They made 205.
Yeah. So question, do you like the 5 better or do you like the 7 with the
Oh, the
lane?
7.
See, I think the 5 looks better, but everybody likes says it works.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but then it was 12 volt? Or is
Yeah,
that-
oh yeah, it's 12.
So in 2 years they went from 6 to 12.
Yeah. In addition to the supercharged engine, okay, this one is a standard shift to 3-speed. How about with the overdrive option?
Yep, so that was pretty rare,
And the
right?
hardtop with the portholes. Okay, I mean, that was a $230 option on a
Which was a lot of-
$3,200
Yeah,
car.
that was a lot of money
Now,
back
with
then.
with the additional options, now we're down to 17 ever built. This was scored 299 and a half out of 300 down at
299. You couldn't just slip them a check and get some perfect score, no. And like I know in 55 they had the power seat.
It
They
does.
still have it.
It does.
It's just a
And this
big
is the
pull.
60,
Yeah.
which is the most desirable off the 3 years because it has the power top, retractable.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus this car is a 430 engine. Now,
Which was a
1.5.
screamer. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a Lincoln engine. So they only made 1,200 with that engine.
The MEL block, like because they was it 61 where the T-Birds and the Continentals were made in Wixom at the same factory,
Exactly.
and they actually the Lincoln guys got upset because it had the matching bumper that went under the headlights, and they started calling it the Big Bird as opposed to the Baby Bird.
Oh, okay.
And the Lincoln guys hated that.
Look at you go, car
Yeah,
guy.
I had 4 Lincolns at one time.
Yeah, oh, that's right. That's right. He was a Ford guy back then.
Yeah.
Until I got the GS400, the 64 Riv with the dual 4 barrels that he had a heart attack for. So,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
cool.
But
Okay, the original color red with
Oh,
red
yeah.
and white.
yeah, the original trunk mat.
Oh, that's spectacular.
Yes.
I always like the triple the tail lights on those cars. The 50
Like the
and the 9
Impala
had the
kind
double.
of. Yep, yep. Are those original lenses
Oh, yeah.
too?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's just amazing that something can sit for 60 years and still maintain, or 70 almost now.
Yeah, that's right.
Here we go, 65 Impala. There we go, bing, bing, bing.
And you know, we never see that. I know about out your way, but we never see those not in a convertible with 396.
No,
Right?
that was a pretty rare option.
And especially in 4-speed.
You can see,
Look at that interior.
we were just at a car show and there was two 67 427 Impalas. Two of them. One was a 4-gear car. To see two, that was at the car show like in Fredericton. It was pretty wild, 'cause, you know, just with that funky hood and
That's right.
blue on blue with a 4-gear and a big block. I was just like a 3 1/4, 350. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
3 1/4. So I mean, yeah.
And yeah, it's got 396.
Yeah. 325 horse. That's what my 68 was born with, but I was using a 502.
Let her go.
Yeah. See, yeah, I got a couple sets of these stashed away too.
Yes, they're very hard to find.
Well, JF actually gave me a set of original 427 ones.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but here we go, 64 Impala.
Yeah. Remember like the Beach Boy song, We're Real Fine, me
Yeah,
and my 409?
yeah.
That's what's under the
409
hood.
car?
Yes.
Because that was the last year, wasn't it?
It was.
I saw an article on the last one. Oh, look, I have that same water bottle under the hood.
Yeah.
The original 64 water bottle. Is that original?
Yes.
That thing never saw the sunlight ever.
Exactly. Look at the cruise control.
All right. How's that for complicated, eh? Does it work?
Yeah, it does. It does. And the air conditioning.
Yeah, because that was the last. I remember I read an article on the last 64 409, and Paladin was gold on gold.
Yes.
It was in the Hot Rod magazine 20 years ago, but the last 409. Everybody thought 63 was the last one.
I know.
Because they didn't. Well, how many of them did they make with the 409? 64.
Just
Not
a
that
handful.
many. Yep.
Yeah. And I tell you what, the main system.
Oh, it's got the dimmer too.
Oh yeah, a tilt screen. How about every possible factory option? The base price $3,196, and how about $5,200 out the door, man?
It almost doubled.
It did. $2,000 in options. When look, this spotlight was $8.50. So it's going to take a while to get up there. Isn't it?
Like that's a factory option there?
Oh gosh, that's the RPM gauge. Well, this light here.
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
absolutely, it's on the list there, and the part number. 350. All right, here. Look, here it is. Look, see this $8.50. Oh, spotlight.
Well, what was the
And
most
portable.
expensive option? Was 199.
Air
was it?
conditioning, $363.
Again, the Power Glide was next for 200.
Yes, and the rest of it are look $5, $6, $7.
What was it? 240. Oh, okay, that was the option to get the 409, 240
Right.
bucks.
But the seat belts with retractors,
Yeah.
$6.50.
Look at that console.
It's an aqua. I love the color.
Yeah, it's beautiful color.
It's just and tilt. That's got to be super. And the tack. I mean,
Yeah.
well, especially a tack with the automatic. That couldn't have been. But like I said, you went and
Whatever they wanted.
so they ordered every option available. And that everyone.
Everyone. And look, the most valuable option in the car. Right over underneath the dash. Look.
The Kleenex. The tissue holder. Yeah.
box. You get to worth your money in that one quick.
Yeah.
$5.50.
Yeah.
But the other
So who owned this car? It had to be somebody up the food chain.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
way up there.
So I mean, what? Like I said, all these cars find you now, or just?
This one came from a collection in Montana. Gerard. I don't know if you knew him, Tom Gerard.
No.
He's passed, but we were really good friends for many
Oh,
years.
okay. So basically, you knew the car.
I did. Did. But the three options that I really get a chuckle at are back here.
Oh, hang on, let me. I love these.
Yes.
The dueling engines.
Ah, they look cool, man.
Yeah.
The car also got power. It got a power trunk. Okay. By the way, that was $7.50.
For the extra one.
Yeah.
Because it came.
But
with one.
how about look, factory trailer hitch, boys, with a 409.
Like, what do you? Oh, were you towing your little motorhome behind you?
Well, you had
How
the,
the torque.
$12.25.
you had the matching teardrop trailer in the same aqua with the white highlights is what you
Yes.
towed behind this car.
I mean,
And
oh,
boys,
fill
look.
it.
Mike, how about airlift shocks, man? You
Really?
ever seen that before?
No, like factory.
Factory. It's on that list. But now we're getting up there. That was $37.
$37. Like, oh my
Right.
God.
And then, look at this. Mounted fire extinguisher with a GM tag. Unheard of. $14.25. I had a gentleman came here that one day.
Oh, these are your spare GM hood hinges?
Oh yeah, I need to put the right even in the box, boy.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing how much, I mean, you don't find this stuff in Canada. That's all American, right?
Yes.
Just somewhere the dealership shut down, and
Yes.
that's pretty wild.
Yes.
Beautiful car, man. I had a 63 SS. That's one of my cars that color.
Okay.
Because that's the original color of my
Yes.
63 SS.
Oh,
so.
they were beautiful.
Only on 327 to
Only
62.
a handful of them.
I've never seen one. What's the induction system worth? More than I want to
Oh, I would
pay.
not.
That is pretty wild.
It is wild. Right. They only built 72 with fuel injection in those, and this is even rare again with the double fours.
It's like the old Chrysers when they had the, those
you're
two
right.
things.
Wait till we get further up.
Okay. Slow down.
But, right, the reflector in the dash.
What was that for? Oh, so you could see.
Stop at a light, a little too close sometimes, but it changes color.
Oh, you can see. Who the thunk it, eh?
Come around, look into the window. Again, the fact the t-shirt is finished, we never even had to go to the back seat.
Yeah.
But you see this device with like a square, like a funnel next to it?
Yep.
What do you think? Have you ever seen one? It's a
That's
Glasses?
for putting out your cigarettes?
vacuum operated.
Ah.
Cigarette.
Sucks the. It sucks they don't blow this car. It's not. That's no sh.
Ever seen one?
No.
No?
No.
In the back seat, look, a spotlight, GM spotlight. Pick it up and have a look at it. When was the last time?
Again with the buckets. These are almost the same as the Cadillac.
Yes, they are. How about, have you ever seen cars with sportable radios?
With what?
A sportable radio.
No.
It comes out.
You must have, Mike.
No,
What?
I.
Really?
No, like I said, I'm stuck in the 60s.
Yes, but I've only seen 4.
Well, then.
I'm going to show you one.
Oh,
I
so
can see the handle.
You take it out, you go to the park, go to the beach.
Go to the beach. You're
it's
dancing,
battery powered.
And yes, and Pontiac written on her.
and you're dancing with Gidget.
So what's that option worth? Like in today's price.
Fine.
So this is the only one you've seen?
I've seen 4.
4.
Yeah. But this, and look, when it's out, see the
Just,
flap?
the face.
So you don't see the ugly.
I mean, my
see
car is the
anything.
closest I've seen with that is a radio delete.
Yes.
That's pretty wild.
Yep.
Does it work?
Oh, yes. Yes, it's here, got to work.
And what did this thing have?
Well, pardon me?
37
Yeah.
cubic inch, 315.
Out of the 16 that were built, according to the Pontiac Club American, we're always reluctant to talk numbers because where there's usually 1, there's 2.
Yeah,
But the only documented one known to exist.
really. So it's probably one of one.
Yeah.
Documented. So you have the provenance.
That's the word.
That's the word, provenance.
Now, brother.
There. I just saw this intake on something else. That is one rare intake. I mean, I've seen.
Cross frame, they called it. Okay. Got
I
it.
mean, what a garish looking intake, but
And wild. 413 cube inch,
yep.
right? 375 horse, and that was probably underrated.
Well, of course they were lying.
Oh, of course, because the young guys.
And factory, yeah, and factory there.
Look, part number saved off the radiator. And the interior is like a spaceship.
Oh, wait, was this one push button? No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
The golden touch radiator.
Yeah, the girl. Look at these bucket seats. Oh,
Yeah, and how about, let's go a step further. Wouldn't this be great today for a lot of us, elderly, disabled, whatever?
oh, it's got like
The swivel,
the swivel, like
and the passenger seat the same. But look at the dash, man, like a spaceship. Illuminates at night, 150 mile an hour speedometer.
And I said they couldn't afford to build these cars today. There's no way it'd be like hundreds and hundreds of thousands just for this.
Look at the lucite steering column.
Look at the bucket seats in the back, Kev. Like it's it's like a Charger.
Yeah.
Except a precursor. This is probably where the Charger, where they were 66 when they put the 4 buckets, yeah. And this is what year? 59?
61.
61.
It's factory air too. And power swivel seats.
So where did this one come from?
I got this one in Massachusetts.
Spend a lot of time in the States, do you?
A little bit,
A
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
And this is no, this is
It's 60. 1 year difference.
okay. Same thing, though. Four buckets, almost the same dash or different.
Almost.
Yeah,
But,
almost.
but you got the rib dash on this one.
Yeah.
This is. I've always liked this. Always liked this styling touch with the spare tire.
Yeah.
They call that the toilet seat.
Yeah.
This one didn't have it.
No,
Is it 300 and this is?
they're both 300s.
They're both 300s.
Yeah, the 300 right on the top of the.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Now
Eh?
this thing, it wasn't very pretty when I bought it. I'm crazy and I'll agree. Look, the garbage was still in the trunk. You've probably
Yeah.
seen some of them before.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing any air through it.
Or mice.
Right.
So what? Okay, I mean, again. So how long? How many hours to bring it back?
Oh my gosh, they were about
3,000?
Yes. Yes.
Now, I'm just pulling a number. I'm guessing.
And you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But-
So I mean, if somebody's paying somebody $100 an hour, you have 300 grand before you start buying the parts. But still, it's
But it's space age.
yes.
Like the 300 emblem between the seats. 2 years trying to find that.
Just because that piece didn't come with it.
No. You know what? No way to find it.
So
It was lost.
And where'd you find one? Somebody had a parts car somewhere, or?
Listen, I happened to be down in Florida one night, and Harbor Restoration in Florida did a lot of my cars.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
Top-notch guys.
Yes, sir. And we happened to be out for dinner one night, and one of the employees called us at the dinner table and said there's an emblem on eBay. I said, don't breathe the second time, push the button.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And, the electronic eye, factory air.
Well, obviously, like I said, I mean, a good buddy of mine's a Mopar freak. I mean, I've told the story 100 times, but we were up and looking at his, he just basically specialized 73, 74 Challengers and Cudas because they were the rarest.
Yes.
And then we were sitting there just bullshit. We were filming his collection. He said, you know, Mike, we don't own them. We can't take them. Right? If we do a good job.
Yeah.
So you're doing an amazing job, man.
Thank you.
It's mind blowing, right? I mean, these cars are gonna last 100 years from now, without anybody touching them, as long as the next caretaker cares for them as much as you do.
Well, that's exactly it.
So who's the next caretaker?
Listen, man, that's a good question. You know,
All right, okay.
don't have any kids.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully, you just start adopting. I'm sure there's a couple out there.
The list is getting long, man.
Yeah.
Right. 60 Imperial Crown. Again, that got the 413 in it.
Yep.
Mauve Dawn is the color.
Moved on.
I mean, you know, when we talk about attention to detail, just even the script,
Yep.
you know, it made a statement.
Yes. Well,
Right.
like I said, back then everybody was an individual thing. Oh, look at that, like the buddy seat.
Yeah.
Precursor to the buddy seat, except a lot bigger.
And notice the driver's seat higher than the passenger seat, and different design.
Huh.
Look at that dish. You know, the speed.
I mean, look at that, I mean,
Yeah.
just look at that.
It's square. And of course, it's got the swivels as well, right?
That's quite the option. I mean, like they should bring them back, but I mean, probably add $12 to every seat, right? So they aren't doing it.
Right. But that would be so beneficial to
Well, especially old people, right?
Oh,
Yes, or like you said,
Yeah.
once you stiffen up, it's not that easy to get in and out.
That's right. And you know, when you look at the styling again, you know, to go back into that term.
The stainless, I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's not chrome, it's stainless.
Exactly.
They were built for a lifetime.
Yes, they were.
Right, all these cars were built to last a lifetime, not built for 5 years and crush them.
That's right.
Right, that's the sadness of
Yeah.
what we've done to the planet here. That's why we gotta keep strip mining.
Even the
it.
crown, the little symbol on the
And they all date stamp, like on Chevys, all the lenses. An SAE number usually. Just, that one's probably glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, just the attention to detail. DeSoto, Indianapolis 500 mile race,
56.
56.
With the highway hi-fi record player.
How did that work on the gravel roads?
It's spring loaded, but I still think it worked better when you're parked.
Yeah.
Sorry, the highway. That's what's a new one by me.
Look, okay,
That
look,
is a
there's
new
record
one by
player.
me.
It's not an 8-track.
There it is.
Yes, there it is. Rockin' Elvis.
And I bought it.
What's the show, man? How's it going?
Okay, how's it going?
Not bad. What's the episode, I think?
Well, there's eight more coming.
Is there right on?
Another dual carb one.
Yeah, Hemi. And the instant gas heater here. You see this?
354.
341?
341. There were so many back then.
Exactly. It
like-
changed so much.
Yeah.
331. And look, you see this? I bought that multiple years before I ever got the car. I paid $5 for it. Look.
Yeah, well, I bet you the car cost you more than the picture.
Just
eh?
a little bit. And here's the president of DeSoto doing the test lap at Indy 500 and describing, look, the sequence. Look, it says pacing the 500, a demanding chore at best, requires instant response and performance from driver and the car. And at one crucial point during the startup lap, the stock model DeSoto pace car is called upon to accelerate from 65 to over 100 miles an hour in a matter of seconds.
Boom.
Boom. That's right. Hey,
So how did you come to be in Swift Current?
born and raised.
Oh, okay, so this is your hometown, because I was wondering how the hell did this collection end up here in Swift Current? I know. Right?
You're not the first to ask that.
And I was, hey, home is home.
Exactly. Exactly. And it was when it was initially built, it was never intended to be open to the public. It was just going to be private. And I opened it up for a fundraiser for the community. It was such a overwhelming success that people said, "Man, you got to share this."
Yeah, well, hey.
And look, I've seen grown men cry here.
Yeah, well, no doubt. I've been moved to tears a couple of times just looking at this stuff, because it just, the fact that they're here and you can come and look at them
And I think you'll agree, you probably know in the world you have the freedom. Nothing roped off.
yeah, exactly. Not like do not touch, right?
Just come down. You gotta look at this. It also has the highway hi-fi. But how about in the center of the steering column?
Yeah, the
A
clock.
self-winding clock. The Ben Ross clock.
The
The Rolex watch of the day.
It's cool.
So what was this thing worth? New? About $4,000 back in the day.
About 48, 49, thereabouts.
Yeah. What's this? What is that little?
No, that's not.
That's nothing. Never mind. Nothing to see here. Don't look there. I couldn't figure it out.
But even the mirrors were sculptures.
That's what I mean. They were sculptured. Look, just look at this again. Right? This is a 59
I'm just
custom
liking
Royal.
this stainless piece here that keeps the roof tied down, right?
Right.
That's just beautiful, right? All the Chryslers have it. I was just like, oh God, that must be it.
That's right.
There's Chevys in that. They don't have that.
No, but boys, you know, when you here's a 59 custom Royal. Again, how many of those have you seen? In a convertible. You see this wire coming down from the rear view mirror?
Yeah.
It's called a mirror-matic, meaning the car comes up behind you. It will automatically
Oh, if they've got like GM, they've got the little flipper
Yeah.
when the lights are in your eyes.
Yes.
That one doesn't buy
This one has a, again,
Oh,
three.
oh,
That's okay. Where was that? Look, the 383 with twin fours,
what year is this one?
59.
But that's not the same 383 as.
It's a 383,
So it's the same as like the 63, 64 Dodge 383?
but I got the
or-
345 horse.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the single barrel would have been 325.
So they had the 383 back that far?
They did.
Oh, okay, because I mean, you don't start hearing about it in the muscle cars until
No.
64, 65.
Is that true? Yes.
Yeah. Mind you, there were no muscle cars before 65, 66,
You got
right?
it. You got it. And this is the D500. See, this is the king.
So now was I don't know much about these. So was the 383 just a stroked out like the 350 that they turn into 383s?
Yeah.
Was it just it was the same block that was bored larger?
It was.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, well, see, like that was an R block, and then when they brought the 440, it was an RB because the deck got higher when they went to the,
Right.
the 440 from the 383.
Exactly.
The 413 was a raised block too, was
Yes,
it
it
not?
was.
Yeah,
It
that-
was.
I mean, I'm a Dodge guy. I mean, I like them all. It's just there was way too many drugs done in my youth to maintain all the pertinent data that a guy needs.
I know.
Right? Obviously you led a clean life in your youth.
I tried my best.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't. I tried my worst. That's cool.
Now, boys, When was the last time you saw one of those?
I haven't seen any of these
In
cars.
any form.
Yeah. Again, with the dual 4, like it's just wild.
I mean, it's the 60, 1960 Dodge Polara. Now this one got the 383 cross trim. Of course,
Yep.
the Dodge being a little lesser character
Value,
than,
yeah.
than the Chrysler,
Yeah.
because he had the 413. But this particular car, in a convertible, they built 124 only.
And what's left?
3 we know of.
3 we know of. Jeez, you got all the answers, man. You're one smart bastard. I mean, just look at the detail. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, this is
right?
almost like the Concorde.
Yeah, oh yeah, just about take off,
Yeah.
launch into space.
And believe me, it could go.
Oh, I bet it could.
Look, the see-through dash and the lucite steering column again.
Jeez, it's like a heads-up display.
Yes.
Right there, like look at the wheel. Here, check out
Okay.
that wheel. I'm getting dizzy just looking at it. Like, look at that.
That's like disco 70s feel.
Oh, it's just.
That's beautiful.
And again, we've got the buckets with the buddy seat in the middle if we need it.
And swivel. And boys, look, you talk about attention to details. Look at the emblem in the back seat.
Yeah.
Look, here it is right here.
Yeah, and they just. And the color is
The
just.
fin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, back then, I mean, they were craftsmen building cars. They were churning
yeah.
out tens of thousands of them every day, right?
I mean, look at the fins.
Yeah, oh yeah. And
Run the
this-
camera down through there, man.
Yeah, here, just. Yeah. Very cool.
Then, of course, the 56 Packard Caribbean.
What was the last year for Packard? 64.
It was 58, but this is the last big one.
The last big one.
Right, they built 276 of those. Okay, and when was the last time you saw a car with a reversible interior?
What do you mean?
Come here, let me show you.
Yeah, just watch.
Watch this, boys. Look, I mean, you talk about elegance,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Well,
And that dash. I mean, gosh.
That's like a Boeing 747.
oh yeah, I
isn't
mean,
it?
look, like what the hell's the gauge cluster? What is that? Oh, that's your push button.
That's your gear selector.
Okay.
Right. But what we talked about, the reversible, look at that. Right?
Oh, you take them out and they're like,
So you can accessorize with your dress.
yeah,
We could elaborate further. couldn't
yeah,
we?
yeah, yeah. That's right. Or undressed, depending on what.
Whatever the case may be.
Yes.
Air conditioned vents. By the way, only 4 of the 276 had that.
That's, do they fold down?
Yes.
Okay, so they're just basically you flip it up and you put it on the
Yes,
AC.
Look, right,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
in place. Look.
I mean, look at this.
Yes.
Look
That-
at the pedestals.
That escutcheon is lovely.
And you notice the car is not sitting particularly level as it sits here right now.
So when you fire it up, it's
Level or
got air ride.
air ride.
Yeah. Okay.
Just open the hood, Mike.
Okay. Is there a trick to it?
No, it's not bad at all.
Oh, okay.
Right here. Yeah, just lift her.
Oh, hang on. Oh God. Oh. Not a workout, but springs are strong enough.
Yes, sir.
Another dual 4s.
Yeah, with air.
Jesus. One of 276. Oh, I like your plates. So I mean, so have all of these cars have been judged at various.
Oh yeah. This one best in show at the Packard International meets.
Okay.
You know, that's
So I mean, obviously you've got a nice car hauler.
yeah. It's over here, 50-footer.
Yeah. So so you can put 2 in.
Yes.
Okay. And what
Over here. We're not done yet.
pulls it? Brand new dually?
Oh yeah, I just purchased a new S350 dually.
Ford?
I love it. Yes.
Okay, cool.
I really like it.
I just purchased 3 Ford trucks for the kid. I wasn't that impressed with the price going up.
Oh, no, I gotta agree.
When I ordered them.
Hi, how you doing?
What the hell is
Guys
this?
are there.
A Kaiser Darren convertible. What a nice color.
Yes.
Jesus.
Only 435.
191 cubic inch, 6 cylinders.
Yes.
Fiberglass body.
Yes. Watch this. This is the amazing part.
Oh.
Right. But then look at this. This is incredible. Watch this. So
Kev, did you get that?
I got that.
I mean, you need
Hang on one more time. Come around to this side, Kev. Okay. Okay.
watch it.
Okay.
See the space. Minuscule.
So there's clearance so your paint doesn't get chipped.
Right.
You like that?
That's cool, that's
pretty
cool.
damn-
The only year it was ever built.
4-speed or 3-speed?
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the color. It just, I mean, it's, and that was back in,
54.
I mean, imagine this thing touring down the beach, the top down, eh? I think you could pick up, even you and me could probably pick up
Yeah, sure
one
we
with
could.
this thing. Like, wow. That is stunning.
And this, look, just a little bit of work.
Again, thousands of hours. So
Yeah.
how long did that take?
Believe it or not, how about 8 months from
8
here
months.
to there?
And how many guys are working on it?
I don't know. I would say probably 3 or 4 guys.
3 or 4 guys.
Yeah.
So you figure 8 months, 20 days, so 30 hours, 160, 4,000 hours.
Easily.
I'm just pouring, just
Sure it
guessing.
is.
Yes,
Yeah.
so yes. So again, if you had to pay somebody to shop, that's a $500,000 car.
Oh,
Wow.
it's great.
But it's just, but then again, now it's done.
It
Right?
is.
I mean, the work's been done, so in
That's right.
20 years, somebody will still be going, oh, well, hopefully 50 years.
We hope.
Yeah.
Come
That
on. Oh, sorry.
that is just stunning. Oh, I like the bottom chair too.
Oh, yeah. Early 19. Look, the swept side Dodge. Have you seen any of those?
Not out in my neck of the woods. There's
Well,
no-
I've only
was that
seen-
like the Chevy with the fiberglass? Was that-
Exactly. So what's going on here? Dodge was competing with Chevy, or vice versa.
Yeah, one
right.
right.
And what Dodge did, they took the fender off their station wagon car and put it on the pickup truck and called it a swept side.
Ah,
Right. And
Chevy called it the
Cameo.
Cameo,
And
yeah.
put the fiberglass box on it.
And they both had the Chevy. They
big
both
window.
had the big back window.
And by the way, this one happened to be an automatic. I mean, you never see them in an
No,
automatic
no,
truck.
back in the day, not in the 50, yeah.
And I
And
mean-
that one's a three on the tree or three?
Yes, it is. And this got a 315 V8 engine into it. 315. Right? Like I said, I've only seen 4. They only made 1,050 to start.
And this one, I mean, most of these are coming on.
Oh, all.
Yeah, all of them,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
basically, their winters are somewhat mild, somewhat less road, so.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
where did that one come from?
Arizona.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
dry.
But see, this is fiberglass.
Yeah,
Right.
but still,
You know what I mean? You had a pickup truck like either of those back in the day. It was your Sunday afternooner.
yeah.
Because most, if you had a pickup truck in the 50s, 60s, it was a workhorse.
That's right, you're beating
You
it,
know, the
but
farm trucks and.
these were the high end, like I said, that's
Yeah.
why. And this one came out of where?
St. Louis.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah. Yes.
I've actually had 2, I've actually got a couple of 2 tons sitting back in BC at the grill, yeah.
Yes.
Chrome grill, beautiful.
Yes.
What's the Toyota? Is that, and I mean, not a Range Rover, a Land Rover?
It's a Land Rover, 1969.
I'm not sure it's too, so why didn't, so it's kind of a little out of place,
Get a
isn't
character.
it?
Yes.
But all aluminum, they don't rust.
That's right.
Lots of U-joints though.
Yes, sir. Lots
So
of
that one's fully restored as well?
Oh, yes.
So,
Fully.
so is that your fishing rig or what? Or you just, it's been judged too, you take it to shows?
That one hasn't been judged.
No, but it's just, I mean, you drive that one around?
RM and Chatham did it.
Really?
So, enough said, right?
Okay, enough said, yes. Well, those guys have said we did the tour. I mean, like the 32 Ford's different, quite a different thing, but you know,
Yes.
like, all the
Yes,
stuff
yes.
before that.
But you know, when we roll back the curtain to 1911 and before, I mean, we got to try to visualize what life was like.
Yeah.
Right? In 1903, in June the 15th, when 39-year-old businessman Henry Ford, started a company, and the objective was to design and build a car that the common man could afford to buy.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, he started off in 1903, and look, there was only 8,000 miles of roads in all the United States at that
Yeah.
time.
Now there's
You
what,
know,
8 million?
Probably
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
And average wage was 22 cents an hour, man. And this was $725. Okay.
So what was that, 7 times 5, so 350 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, Jesus.
I mean,
No.
3,500
3,500
Yeah,
hours.
3,500 hours, but, so 2 years to save up to buy a car.
Easy.
Without living.
Right.
Yeah, so it still wasn't for the every guy.
Not a chance.
No,
Not
no.
a chance. Not a chance.
Not when the horse was $50.
There you go.
Or $30. So what's with the pool table? Is that antique too?
Pretty old.
Brunswick?
Yeah. And of course, the 1908.
Buick, sure. Speedster with the Buick.
$1,000 in 1908 was the King's Ransom.
Are these original tires?
Yes.
Look where the hell do you find 114-year-old tires?
Pretty hard.
No doubt, somebody had them in a shop somewhere in a shed.
Yes. $1,000, you know, is pretty serious kind too.
Well, $1,000 to get you a couple of the headlamps today, if that, right?
If, yes.
Polished up.
Yes.
Well, if they had that, you have to make them out of brass, you couldn't even afford them.
That's right.
Brass steering wheel, I mean,
Yeah. Want to get a ball? Okay, man. You and I sit in. You better drive.
oh, Avery, this is not for Avery, this.
Now, Mike, listen, you're on the east coast now of Canada, okay?
The steering wheel's on the wrong side.
Well, that's the way it was. Listen, it's going to take you a little while to get home, okay? 20 miles an hour was top speed, boys.
Yeah.
300 hours and we're home.
No, she's a beauty.
That's your timing, or?
Yeah, that's the coils and the magnetos,
Oh, right.
See? Then you adjust the gas and spark here, then you got to go out and crank start.
Crank her.
See if you kick back at you.
Yeah, break
your
your
arm.
Oh, look at the finger joint here too on the
Oh,
wheel.
yeah.
Like, did you have to rebuild this one?
No, this was done.
Yeah, okay, so you want to
Yes, sir.
That's pretty wild. They didn't build them for big guys. But I only just grabbed my hoodie, that's pretty wild. Original color, or you don't
Yes,
know
sir.
that?
Yes, sir. It's a 1940 Packard Darren. 42 only ever produced. All hand built. There's approximately 13 of them known to exist today. And in 1940, this car was $4,600.
Which is what, like 100 grand today?
Easy.
Yeah.
You know, when we look at this,
So who was Darren? Was that the design
he
company?
was the design.
Okay, so that was his last name, somebody Darren or Darren?
Packard Darren. Packard Darren. Look, the curved dash inside. Suicide door.